everybody, I'm Jo Paul and I'm an indie author, and today I'm going to do a different kind of video. Normally on my bonus videos they are tags or they're the I'm writing videos, and that works fine for me. Also normally I am working from a script, something that I've prepared in advance, and read through to make sure that I don't miss any important details. However, today I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to get real with you all, and in doing that it means that I need to go off script and just say what's on my mind. So as you'll have seen from the title of the video, this is about writing speeds. Every writer has their own speed. They go at their own pace. Some writers take months, some take years, some take decades, and there is nothing wrong with that. You can only write at the speed you have, and that's okay, and if it works for you, that's brilliant. I personally am a fast writer, as in I normally get 2 books finished within about 6 months. However, some other people will take a year or a couple of years or whatever, and again, that's completely okay. What goes into my writing process is similar to what goes into everybody else's writing process. There's been a lot of talk on YouTube and other platforms recently and in the past as well that writing fast is somehow a bad thing. And it's not, it just simply isn't. When I write a book, I start the process by making a chapter outline and doing a plan, and then I sit down to write it, and then 5 to 6 months later I have a finished product. That doesn't just then get put up for pre-order on KDP. I go through the same process as the majority of writers do. I have edits, I have beta readers, I have proofreaders, I have a CP, I have lots of checks along the way. I have an advanced group of readers who read it before the ARC readers. I have ARC readers, same as the majority of writers out there. The way I do it works for me. I write my book and then I spend a good year or so letting it sit and stew as such before I start bringing in beta readers and start the whole editing process. Now, the reason I have so many books finished is because I started writing in 2001. I didn't get published until 2005, and then there was a break between 2005 and 2011 when I was published again. Because of this, I kept writing because I literally had nothing else to do. So I kept writing, and I have now got quite a large back catalogue. I have 13 books out in print, and I think it's now 22 books completely finished. So there is a big difference between the 13 in print and the other 7 that haven't been published. However, they're all at varying different stages of the editing process. I don't just go from finishing a book going, well, it's done, so I'll just design a cover and send it off to KDP. That's not how it works, and that's not how it should work for anyone. Everybody has to go through the process of editing, they have to go through the process of marketing, they have to go through the process of promoting, and all of that before they can get to the published status. Some people do it differently, some people do it similar to me, and that's okay. You have to find what works for you. As far as writing speeds go, there is a lot of stock put in the fact that if you write fast, you are therefore rushing or not doing it right, or not taking your time, or skipping steps along the way. And that's just not true for everybody. Some people will write at a fast pace. Stephen King is a traditionally published author who has written a huge number of books, and yet he writes fast. And he publishes more than one a year, and he's a very good writer. However, you've got other writers like George R.R. Martin who don't write fast and haven't published in a while, even though they have an active series out. It's apples and oranges. It really does depend on what kind of writer you are, what kind of stories you're telling, and all of that stuff. I personally have written as many books as I have because, as I said, there was a big gap between me being published and now, and I didn't stop writing. I've had people ask why I don't just publish all the books that I finished and start with no books finished. And the simple answer is, well, there's several answers. 1, I can't afford to pay an editor to go through 7 books in one huge chunk. 2, my editor doesn't have that kind of time on our hands. 3, there is a lot of stuff that goes into marketing and promoting and getting a book ready for publication, and that takes time. And that's okay. It's just how it works. So the reason for this video is basically to let you know that yes, I'm a fast writer, and yes, there are other writers like me who write fast, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're skipping steps along the way. It might mean that they just write fast and then the next step in the publishing process just takes longer than you'd think. I generally publish 2 books a year, but those books have been finished for a good few years before they get to publication status. And as I said, I go through the other steps, I just don't talk about them as much as I should do. I'm aware that transparency makes it easier for people to see where you are on the publication journey as such, but I have a back catalogue, I have 13 books out, I've been doing this for a while, and yeah, I'm a small fish and I'm completely okay with that. At the same time, I want to talk about people who are like me. They write fast, they have more time on their hands, they're able to get their finished manuscript done, and then they start the next step. Publishing takes time, I'm well aware of that, and I'm also aware that sometimes it may seem that people are skipping steps, and if that's the case, that's down to them. But personally, and the writers I know who also write fast and to my speed, we aren't. We're just taking our time to do it, and we're maybe not as transparent as we need to be. So why am I doing this video? 2 reasons. I wanted to rant a bit about the fact that a lot of the videos I'm seeing, or the articles I'm seeing, are saying that therefore you write fast, therefore you're skipping steps and are automatically a bad writer. And also I wanted to say that there are other people like me out there, and maybe they don't have a platform, or maybe they don't realise that it's okay to take your time, but it's also okay to not need that time. I write fast for a number of reasons. 1, I don't have another job. I am chronically ill and disabled. My life basically revolves around being in my house and writing. I don't have much of a social life, I don't have other commitments, so my ability to write is not hindered by needing to go out to work during the day or do this or that or the other. I have lots of free time, and in that free time I use it to write and to publish and to do all the bits and pieces that come along with publishing a book, and that's okay. I do that because the idea of doing nothing but being sick all the time terrifies me, because I would die of boredom. That's literally the reason why I picked up a pen and started writing Blackout, because the prospect of being 19 and unable to work anywhere else for the rest of my life scared me, and I was just like, nope, not doing that, I'm gonna write a book instead. So that's why I started writing. But at the same time, there are people out there who maybe don't know that it's okay if you don't take time. It's okay if you finish a book in a month or 6 months or a year. It doesn't matter how long you take to write the book. Sometimes people will take a month to write a first draft and will then go on to spend years in drafting, and that's okay too. I'm saying that there's no right or wrong way to go through the writing process. There is no speed that is too fast, and there is no speed that is too slow. You have to do what works for you, and you have to go through the process the way that works best for you, and that's okay. So basically, that's what I wanted to talk about. I'm a fast writer, but I don't skip steps, and neither should anybody else. Thanks for listening to me rant though, because it's been bugging me all day and I just really wanted to get it on video. So that's what I have time for today. If you want to get in touch with me, you can comment or subscribe. I post videos on Thursdays, and sometimes I post them on Sundays too. You can find me on Facebook, on Goodreads, on Tumblr, on Twitter. My books are available everywhere, and don't forget to check out This 2018 and Dark 2018, where I'll be signing books this year, all the links to which are listed below. Thanks for watching. Bye.